Now that you've established your presence on the platforms that you're targeting, have refined your bios, and built out pillars of content, it's time for content creation. Now that you have recognized the things that you're doing regularly, it's time to build content around them. And that's easy. You simply turn your camera on more often. Now, it won't come easy for everyone, but the goal is to train yourself to think of many instances in daily life. Is this content worthy? I always have my camera on the ready, and even if something is a flop or doesn't turn out like I had hoped, so what? I just delete it. But consistently capturing pictures and video equips your content coffer to be full so that you can be posting every day. Some days will be quieter than others, but just like you're building that muscle memory for your pillars, you also want to establish muscle memory for consistency. Show up every day, at the very least several times per week. Remember, this as it relates to your posting cadence. Roughly 10% of your audience is seeing each post. So if you get caught up trying to create the perfect post, which means you only post once over a 2-week period, remember that no matter how great you think it is, it's likely only 10% or less who will see it, which validates the importance of consistency over perfection. Showing up more often will be rewarded by the algorithm. Showing up more often increases the odds of being seen by more of your audience. Showing up more often creates an omnipresence so that you're never forgotten. Consistency trumps perfection. Now, to get more specific on cadence, you have to find what is right for you, but here are some suggestions. Most of the platforms now have stories. Stories are a place where you want to show up daily, multiple times per day. Using Facebook and Instagram as our example, stories show up as a bubble on the top of the feed page. Showing up daily provides you a better opportunity to have your bubble showing up on your audience's feeds every day. For me, my daily goal is 5 to 7 stories per day. And your stories are meant to display just that, your story. You can share anything and everything to your stories because remember, they only stick around for 24 hours. Vomit your life. From stories, we shift to feed posts. You want to save your most profound stuff for your feed. I suggest posting 4 to 7 times per week on your feed. Personally, I'm usually once per day or 7 posts per week. Save your best stuff for your feed. And when you do post to your feed, share that post to your stories also. Some people spend all of their time in stories and may only see it that way. Lastly, and this varies per platform, but put an emphasis on the tools that each platform puts their emphasis on. For example, we know that Instagram wants you using Reels, so lean into Reels. They can be just on the Reels page, you can include them on your feed, and you can also share it to your stories. Reels are getting the most reach on IG right now, so lean into them. Create as many as possible while the algorithm favors them. Lastly, you really need to build your primary posting strategy around video. All of the platforms are favoring them. Social media users favor them. Most of your competition isn't doing video consistently, and they help you differentiate and connect better than any other type of post. I could easily create an entire course around video, but that's not what this course is about, so I'll leave it at that. Let me end this module by saying this. Don't be overwhelmed. Crawl before you walk. If you're doing nothing right now, start with something you can handle. 1 feed post per week and 2 or 3 stories per week. Establish that muscle memory and grow from there. Wherever you are in your journey, work towards building a more consistent and therefore more omnipresent brand.